All right, welcome. Welcome to Let's Get Acquainted. This is our international episode coming in from the UK. My guest is coming in from the UK. So I'm really excited to have her on today. This is Pastor Shirley Powell. And so as you come in, make sure that you share this broadcast. Make sure you tag a friend. Let somebody know that this is October, the National I'm Just Me Because month here in the United States. And we're going to be talking about what that's all about. I'm just me because. And then on the second half of our show, Shirley Powell is going to let us know and let us get acquainted with who she is and what she does and what maybe she might give us a little secret sauce into who she is really. And so I'm just excited to have her on. So again, as you come in, share, tag a friend, and then most of all, let us know where you're coming in from. I'm coming in from the Chicagoland area here in the US, and Shirley, I just said, is coming in from the UK, but that's a great big place. She can let us know the specifics when she comes on. And I'm going to play a short commercial that's going to give you time to share, share. I heard sharing is caring. So as the commercial is playing, let's all share this broadcast and tag someone to come on in and partake of this conversation today, being October is the National I'm Just Me Because month. Here we go. Hi, busy women leaders. I'm talking to you. Are you juggling your family, your business, your career, and your health? Afraid that if just one ball drops to the ground, everything could fall apart because everybody's looking at you. You're stressed and overwhelmed. You're looking for answers, for help that's real help, for solutions. I have Fiber Life Solutions that can help you. I am Hillary Gooden, the Fiber Life Coach, author, speaker, lymphologist, and pastor. I empower busy women leaders with strategies to reduce stress and anxiety while increasing energy, clarity of mind, better sleep, better health, and vitality. Oh yeah, and boost your immunity. If you're ready for that, you say, I need that in my life right now. Let's connect. You can reach me at www.hillarygooden.com. You can direct message me on Facebook or LinkedIn at Hillary Gooden. Or else if you would like to get on a free 20-minute strategy call, a clarity call, go to bit.ly/Hillary Gooden. That's bit.ly/Hillary Gooden. I absolutely believe you got the power to help your body, help you live a more vibrant life. All right. So I hope that gave you a little time. It gave me a little time to share and tag a few people. And I hope that you did the same. And so I'm going to bring my guest out. This is Pastor Shirley Powell from the UK. Hello and welcome.
Hi, everyone. Great to see you all.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm God. I'm thankful to God. I'm here and we've reached another part of the week. Can't believe it's Thursday already.
Yes,
Wow.
made it over the hump. Yes.
Sure
And
did.
so, Pastor Shirley, let's tell us where you're coming in from in the UK so people will know.
I'm coming in for, most people don't know about where I live. So I always say near London because everybody can relate to London, right? So
Okay.
we're about 70 miles from London in a small town called Ipswich, Suffolk. So Ipswich is called Ipswich.
Okay.
I think you might have an Ipswich in the States as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a mixed population, but it's country. It's like we're in country. So
There's
we have
nothing wrong with that.
farming land, and we have
Okay.
farmers around and things, and lots of greenery. So it's nice. It's a
Oh,
nice
that
area.
sounds beautiful. Now, see, that's something I didn't know. We're getting acquainted
Oh, well,
here.
there you go.
Yeah, most of the time, when most I think when we think of the UK, we think of London, and that's
Yeah,
where people live, and it's a whole lot to the UK besides London,
a
right?
whole lot, a whole lot, a whole
Yeah,
lot.
a
Yeah.
whole lot. So I'm so glad to have you on today because we did have one scheduled a couple of months ago and you weren't able to make it, and I'm glad you made it through that period. And
Yeah.
so we're going to go ahead. I see we have someone that came in. Let me see. We want to oh, there she is, Phyllis Weaver. And
Phyllis,
she says,
hi
hello from
Phyllis.
Virginia. Hey
Hey,
there. Glad to have you. And so we're going to go ahead and let's get started. Now, this is the national, every show I start out with whatever the national month is. For the month of October, believe me, the list was so long. There were
wow.
so many things I could have chosen, and a lot of awareness about cancer and breast
Yeah,
cancer and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
And but I said, everybody's talking about that. What's something in here that nobody's really talking about? And
Yes.
so that's when I found I'm Just Me Because month. And as I delve into it, I was so glad to find it because, uh, like I've been saying on the other show, this is something we do for the whole month. For
Mhm.
each guest, because everybody has different perspectives on, on things. And so I want to go ahead and get started into it. Let me see. Got that. I want to tell how it got started.
Yeah.
And
That,
what's so great about it is that it's a family affair. I don't know if you know the Slide. Did you know Sly and the Family Stone back in the day? A band called Sly and the Family Stone.
what do they
They had,
sing? What do they
they had a
sing?
song out that was called A Family Affair. And this
It's
is
a
me trying to
family
sing it. It's a
affair.
there you go. It's a family
Family
affair.
affair.
Every
Yeah.
time I think about this, that song comes to my mind. And
Yes.
so the founder is Tina Colbreth. She's the
Mhm.
executive director. Her husband, Rodney Colbreth, is the director, along with their son, RZ. He's the one that started this national month
Wow.
thing. They do have a movement,
Mhm.
a non-for-profit that they call the I'm Just Me movement, and
Yeah.
he's the youth ambassador for that. And so it's a
Okay.
family affair. And I just love seeing stuff like that when people can work together, especially people of color. Sometimes we see it in other nationalities and don't see it as much in our own. And it just blessed my heart to see them working together and doing such a great
Mhm.
movement and helping young people. Uh-oh,
Somebody calling me.
excuse me for that call. I can't. I told them I was online, and they called back anyway.
Mhm.
Okay, so uh, it was just great to see that they can work together, and
Yeah.
not just. It started out being about their son RZ, but it has grown into a movement that's helping other people from around.
Wow.
And I believe they're in Virginia. It's helping other people from around the world to we'll get in more into it and see what it's helping them do. But
Okay.
so then let's see, that's who they are, the reason why they got started. If you could let me see, wait a minute, I want to put the reason why they got started and it's
It was
created.
quite interesting.
There you go. So if you could read this comment, read that comment for me, I appreciate it.
Um, um, I'm Just Me movement was created to help raise money for my son with learning disabilities so that he could attend a post-grad program that would provide him with an extra, oh, I think it went off the
Year
screen.
of development. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, extra year of development
to prepare
to
him for college. Yeah.
yeah. And so the thing was, they didn't have the money. That extra year of development training was not. There was no scholarships for it. So they said the mother was, and you. I don't know. If are you a mother?
Well, a spiritual mother, I would say. I
Okay, so
haven't got any
like
children,
me.
but I have a lot
So
of spiritual children around the place.
Yes. Okay. So, but we know mothers, they will
Mm,
do whatever they can do for their
yes,
young people, their
true.
children. Fathers
Hmm.
will too, but the mother, she's gonna get right in there, most of the time.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so we began to look and see, well, what can we do? Maybe we can get monies, go to different companies and try to get monies donated that could help. And the
Yeah.
people
Mhm.
said, listen, we don't have a problem donating money, but we're not going to donate it to just one kid. If you were helping a group of children, maybe we
Mm,
would get behind that. So then they started their non-for-profit I'm Just Me
wow.
movement.
That's
And
wonderful.
yes, and so now they help hundreds and hundreds of children, not only in the Virginia area, but it's moved out is
Hmm.
moved out from there. And that's what we're doing as health you're a healthcare professional as well as
Yeah.
health and wellness. And I'm
Hmm.
in health and wellness and and leadership and different stuff like that. But it's not about just where we are. We want to move out to help people and crossing having this show, I wanted to be able to showcase people like you and
Hmm.
people like that start these different national months movements,
Hmm.
you know, uh, to
Amazing.
get the word out, to help people to
Definitely.
think about not just you, but other people as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And so,
That's amazing, though. That's amazing what they did. And what is great about it, they didn't want to just do it for one. They wanted to help more, bless others. That's a
yeah,
wonderful blessing. Wonderful
yeah.
blessing.
And so here is their goal. Their goal is to promote inclusion, diversity, self
Yeah.
pride, as
Yeah.
well as help overcome adversity,
Hmm.
bullying, and limiting beliefs so that they can create the life of their dreams. Now,
Wow.
that's great when you can get started with the youth
Yes.
in these areas. But what happens to those? And I say what happens, but there are those who didn't get this kind of training that are full
Mm.
grown adults
Yes, it's
that
true.
need the same type of help because they didn't get it. And it's affecting them in their lives today. If they were a bully as
True.
a youth, a lot of times those people still act as bullies as grown adults,
It's true. Hmm.
right?
And
That's
they
what I,
say, don't they? They say that the saying that sticks and stones won't break my bones and words will never harm, but words do harm, and
they
it can
do.
impact on somebody's mindset and affect them the way they move forward. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mm,
was talking the other night about words, and words are
mm,
energy. Everything is energy and
mm.
will can
Definitely.
affect you at a cellular level. With that feeling that you have when somebody criticizes you, you get a feeling
Mm.
in your physical body that makes
Yeah.
you feel some kind of
Mm.
way.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. Yeah, it's true. And
Hmm.
you try to kind of brush it off, but it's still there. I mean, somebody commented on my LinkedIn page about me, and I was like, I reject that in Jesus' name.
Hmm. You know what? And that's the kind of thing I do too, because I realize I don't have to accept it just because you said it.
Exactly,
Yeah, but
exactly.
it took me a while to get there. It took
Mm,
me a while to get there. I was always so concerned about what other people thought about
mm,
they. What would
yeah,
they think? Well,
yeah,
maybe they
yeah.
will laugh at me. Maybe they won't understand what I was trying to say, and they'll laugh
Mm,
at me. Oh my God, it took me a while to get past they. And that's what they're trying to do here. Because if you're helping to promote inclusion, and that's
yeah.
what the son said, RZ, he said, you know what? He was a popular basketball player at his school and in his little town.
Mm,
And it sounds
yeah.
like the TV people would come out to his school and always was interviewing the team or recording their games because they were so popular. And when
Hmm.
he got ready to graduate, he went to his mom. He said, you know what? I want everybody to know that I got a learning disability. I don't want to hide behind and hold that back and not be fully me
Mm.
because I'm
Just
not
do you.
telling who I really am. I'm trying to
Mm,
hide it. And
mhm.
I want everybody to know. Can we call the TV people to come out? And he had a stuttering problem too, you
Wow.
know.
Wow.
And his mother said, "Man," she said, "I just felt so proud of him." And that's
Yeah.
what he said. I just want to be me.
Yeah.
That's how this got started. And
Wow.
what do you think
Amazing.
that did for him, or what that can do for anybody?
Boosted him up, boosted his confidence, and just to be able to be himself. It's amazing, isn't it?
Hmm.
Sometimes people have a work look, or they have a behind the curtains look, but they don't show everybody who they all are.
That's
Some
right.
people know me as a pastor, but they didn't know I was in health, so they said, "Oh, I never knew you did that." And
Hmm.
so, showing all of you, just do you
Exactly.
or do
And
me.
it takes some people time because they don't have self pride. They don't.
Mm.
They feel left out of things. They need help, because it causes them to be people to pick on them, and
Mhm.
if they don't get it handled, or they don't come to know and become who they fully are, sometimes that can take a person well into their adulthood. That's why
Mm.
we have so many coaches and counselors and available like us for people. Sometimes they just need somebody to talk to help them
True, true.
understand their worth, that they are worthy, they are enough.
Mm.
And if you show up when you show up fully, it's like, I'm gonna say it for myself, it was like meeting the me that I always was, but I
Yeah,
never allowed her to actually be.
yes. Amen to that.
Yeah, when I saw this, I was going, "Oh man, that sounds like me."
Yeah.
I'm just me because
Yes.
God made me free. He
Yes.
said, "When
Yes.
you are free indeed."
Indeed. Yes. Yes. It's true. It's true. Just be you.
Mhm.
Just do you. I had a situation where I was working with a young girl, and she said, you shouldn't put everything on your social media about other things. It should all be formalized in one thing, and it's business. But I said, but people want to know who you are. They want the all rounded of who you are. Otherwise, how would people engage? It's all about building relationships so
Yeah,
people know who you are. So everybody, all my friends, they know I'm a pastor. They know that I'm a health and well-being specialist. They know that I don't hide it because they know. And some of them will come back and say, "Oh, can you pray for me?" Or can you
right.
can you do that? Because they
Yeah.
know, because they're looking. You have to just be you and be whole. There was a time I would just say, well, I won't mention that. I'll just
Mhm.
hide that back, and that was hidden under the mask. But then
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? I am who I am.
That's
So I
it.
am Shirley. So
Yeah, I had a coach early on when I first started, trying to be
Mhm.
besides just being the accountant, the
Yes,
CFO.
yes, yes.
This whole thing was opening up over here that was drawing my attention and all of my passion. And I
Yeah.
talked to a guy and he said, "Well, my wife, she's the health coach. He was
Mhm.
more into techie things." And he said,
Yes.
"But one thing you don't want to talk about God because that's going to throw some people off." I said, "Well, how do I not talk about God?
That's
That's
who
who
you
I
are.
am."
That's a part of you, isn't it?
And he was
Yeah.
like, "Mm." And so that gave me a complex in the beginning.
Mm.
I didn't, it would be so awkward because sometimes I'll say amen to something that's, or mention it because it's who I am. And I
Yes,
was
yes.
thinking about the words that he had put in my head that I shouldn't do that. Is
Mm.
business is supposed to be just business. And I was
Yes,
just, man, and I just had to finally say, you know what? I just need to be who I am. That way I can be me. When you're trying to be
exactly.
what somebody else says, you have to work at it. You can't just be free to be you.
Yes, be
Yeah.
you. Just be you.
Yeah, yeah. So I love it. So let's
I
see,
like
we got
that.
let's see some of the people that came in today.
Yes, I'll just kind of
When we
look
saw
on my
Phyllis, we
page
said, "Hey, ladies."
and
And
see if
then Dr. Lotus Richey, she
is
said,
he there.
"Great
Oh,
show
hi,
and
hi, Dr.
topic."
Lotus.
Hey, glad
I'm
you
just
came
looking.
on in, Dr. Low. And then we got Phyllis saying again, yes to something we were saying. And let's share this broadcast. Absolutely. Let's share, share, share.
Yes,
And so
I've
let's
shared it
see.
once. Let me see if I can share it again.
Yeah, share it, share it,
Oh,
share
yes,
it.
I can see Dr. Lotus. Great topic show, ladies.
Let's
Oh,
see.
bless her. Let me
So
share.
these are three things I want to discuss before we get into the second half of the show.
Mm-hmm.
The three of the main things that they're trying to get across to people is: one, embrace who you are;
Yes,
two,
definitely.
accept others and their differences; and three, be the best version of yourself. Pick any one of those that you want to say something about, or each one a little something.
I think embrace who you are. I like that. I like that. Um, when you can embrace who you are, then and show people who you are, then there's nothing better than doing that because you're then comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah,
Does that make
yeah,
sense? But
yeah,
if you're not comfortable in your own skin and you don't love yourself or embrace yourself of who you are, then how can you expect other people to do the same thing?
exactly.
So you have to sort of say, this is me. This is me. Yes, I'm a pastor. I'm an author. I'm a health and well-being specialist. I am that. I'm a motivator. I love to motivate people. I'm very passionate about health and helping people to be the
Mhm.
best version of themselves. So embracing who you are is so powerful because it's you. It's the only thing to be is to embrace
Yeah,
you. I
yeah,
love that. I love that.
yeah.
Mm,
And people have to really work at that. What I love the most is that they're giving this to young people, because I
mm,
know a lot of adults that have issues. I was a full grown adult having issues like
mm.
this, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I worked my way through it, and with the help of the
Mm,
Lord, with the help
mm,
of more information, just
mm,
the freer I get, the freer you get, the freer I
yeah,
got, the freer
mm,
you're gonna be, and you're not gonna go back. Once you
mm,
get free, you're not
yeah,
going back.
exactly, exactly. I totally agree because I can remember a time when I was in certain areas of work, and you know, you might take your food, you take your food in,
Hmm.
your Caribbean food. You might be a rice
Yeah,
and beans, whatever, and they all look at it. Oh, what are you eating? Oh, that
yeah,
they don't like this. So sometimes you think, well, let me go eat it in my car.
right, right.
Because you just can't be yourself because you just because of they didn't accept it.
Hmm.
So now I just think, you know what, I don't care. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat my food. I'm gonna wear
Yeah,
my culture is going to be there, and that people are just and kind of have to accept all of that, me, warts and all, everything.
yeah.
I just think it's so important because kids need that today. They need to be
Hmm.
able to own who they are because there are so many things that are put out there to make it think like they're not good enough or
Hmm.
because of who they are, or it might even be because they don't look like somebody else, that they shouldn't be accepted. And I think it's important that you are beautiful, whatever you are. You are beautiful. God created all of us and he said we are fearfully and
And
wonderful.
wonderfully made. And
And to me, that is just wonderful.
yeah, and I was just thinking while you were talking, the young man who the mother started this for, RZ
Mm,
Colbreth, his wanting to uh hi- his glory days in high school were about
mm,
to end, and he was getting
yeah,
ready to go out into another realm of the world, right?
mm,
Not in that place that's been safe. And he
yes.
decided, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I need to do this now.
Mm,
I'm just from now on, I'm just going to be me. You either accept me as I am, or you
mm-hmm.
don't. And it took me a
Yeah.
while to get with that, to understand everybody has an opinion. It
Yes.
doesn't change my life. We're all entitled to our opinions. And your
Yeah.
opinion is not going to no longer change who I am, you
Mm,
know. And I learned this two words that helped me so much. And if
mm-hmm.
you're listening, this might help you or
Yeah.
somebody you know. And or maybe this is something you came to as well. Two little
Mm.
words. So what? It just freed
Yeah.
me. It gave me life.
It's true.
For
So
real.
what? So
So
what?
what?
And you
So
know
that's
what? When you were talking, what came to me is what people think about you is none of your business.
none of your, that's exactly. And I got the book. I love that book. For real. let's see, Phyllis,
Yeah.
she remembered that song too.
Oh, did
Sly and
she?
the Family, was it
Yeah. It's a
Sly and the Family
family
Song?
affair. Yes.
Yes, I love that song. And every time I think about this family, that's what comes to mind. She
Yeah.
also said, could you read that one?
You
Or I
need
should,
to accept yourself and love yourself. That's true, Phyllis.
yeah.
Yes, that's right. We
And
do
we
need
need to start
yeah,
as young as we can telling the young people, because that's going to make them
definitely.
to be
Mhm.
better adults, greater adults, more authentic in their lives. The earlier
Yeah.
they learn that lesson, it'll take them through their life, you know.
And I was working with some children last year where I was doing some showing them how to make certain foods, alternative foods and
Yeah.
smoothies and fresh things rather, because sometimes
Hmm.
they want to have Coke or but fresh juices and things from
Yeah.
scratch. And the group was set up called a cycle for mixed heritage and black children, so that they can have somewhere they can go and feel accepted and get to understand their culture and
Yeah.
know who they are. And that is still running, and I was part of that, and they're asking me to
Well,
come
that's
back
lovely.
to talk. But I just think it's wonderful to have that environment to help them to grow, to build their confidence and their
Hmm.
self-esteem, to to be proud like that
Yeah.
young boy
Yeah.
that you
I
mentioned.
love that. I
Mm,
love that because I wish I had had something like that. I just,
yes.
I got stuck early on being concerned about they, and it followed
Mm.
me way too long. But I'm glad to be free today. Could you read one more comment? This is from Dr. Dorothy Ross. Hi, Dr. Ross. Thank you for being in with us today. Today.
Hi, Dr. Ross. I love what she says. She says, hey, 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 everyone has an opinion, some good, some bad, but in the end, turn opinion that don't serve you into positive statements. Lord, this opinion, I turn it to the Christ within me, and now I'm free to be me.
Yeah.
Amen. I love
I
that.
love that. That's what this is all about.
Yes,
Christ
yes.
has made us free to be
Free
who
to
he
be
created
me
us to be, to do what he created us to do, so we can have a
yeah,
more vibrant life.
and walk in your purpose. Amen. I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks
So
for sharing, Dr. Doris.
yes,
Dr.
thank you
Doris.
so much. And so this is what we do every Thursday. Every
Wow.
Thursday and every third Thursday, we have our international guests at the early hour so that we don't have to try to wake them up in the middle of the night. Because it's like 11:33 here. What time is it where you are?
It's 5:33
PM.
p.m.
Yeah,
p.m.
so she's
Mhm.
well into her day, but I really appreciate her
Yeah.
being here. And before we get into the second half, where
Mhm.
Pastor Shirley is going to be able to just let us get more acquainted with who she is, and then she'll also tell us what she's doing in the world. And I think she has a special event she wants to share at the end. And
Mhm.
so we're going to have a quick, I need to do a quick commercial, and
Mhm.
then we're going to come, when we come back, Pastor Shirley is going to give us the juice on whatever it is she wants. All right,
Okay.
here
See you
we
soon.
go. Okay, so I wanted to share two things that are coming up. One is for, I'm also Pastor Hillary Gooden of Word Alive Ministries here in Chicago. And for those especially those in the Chicagoland area, we have an event coming up, and I hope you can see this. It's coming up. It's called Rejoice as we move forward, coming from Isaiah 43:18 and 19, where it talks about moving forward and not looking back. God, we're just excited that God has a way. He has a way that's already made, and we want to be in that way. And so we have a special speaker coming, Evangelist Shirley Smith from Kankakee, Illinois. This is this coming Saturday, the 23rd at 6 p.m. at Word Alive Ministries Prayer Center, 11308 South Michigan. And for those of you that are in the area, please do come. Take a screenshot or whatever you have to do, write it down. Again, this is uh, that's Apostle Dr. Christine Gooden, my mom, who's overseer. And again, this is Rejoice as we move forward with our guest, Evangelist Shirley Smith from Kankakee, Illinois, Saturday at 6 p.m. And this is an in-person event at Word Alive Ministries Prayer Center, 11308 South Michigan Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. And I have one other event I want to mention at this time. Let me bring that one up. And this is for a program a course that I have coming up next month, and it is called Reboot Your Health from the Inside Out. It's a 6-week course starting November the 13th. That's a Saturday. It'll be every Saturday morning for 6 weeks. And it's going to be all about the things that you can do to help your body to be in position so that it can heal itself, so that you can become fully who God created you to be, so you can do those things that He created you to do. Have fun while doing it. Have fun being able to, not just fun, but being able to show up fully as yourself in your personal life as well as your professional life. And we're going to do that for over a 6-week period, talking about our health in the lymphatic system. You know, me being a certified lymphologist, we're going to talk about the lymphatic system, but we're also going to talk about some other things, your words, being able to love, being able to forgive, and some things to dealing with stress, so that when you come out of 2021, you're going to move over into 2022 at a more powerful, at a higher level, more powerful level, and not just being the same. We don't want to leave 2021 the same. And guess what? We don't have to wait to 2022 for change. We're going to start that change in this year before it's over. So if you're on me for Reboot Your Health from the Inside Out, a 6-week course starting November the 13th, direct message me, or you can even put in the comments, reboot, and I'll make sure you get all the detailed information that you need. So thank you for joining me for that. Now we're going to return back to our guest, and this is Pastor Shirley Powell from the UK. Let's see here. Dorothy had one other comment before we get into that segment, and she said, "Love it. I have to leave for my show, but I will catch the juice on the replay." I don't know
Oh,
where that came from, but
good
it
to see
sounded
you,
right.
Doctor.
So
Ah,
let me bring up your information so that it will be there, and then I'm going to allow you to tell us. Don't hold back. Tell us who you are. A little something, and
a little
then what it is that
something.
you do in the world, because you're making great difference in the lives of people there in the UK. Where have we gone? Here it is. Okay. So we have here, this is Shirley Powell. She's a CEO and founder of Your Life in Your Hands, a dedicated health and wellness specialist. She's a pastor, a motivational speaker, a health and lifestyle coach, and an Amazon best-selling, listen, it was so much, it went in 2 pieces. Amazon best-selling author of The Walls Around Me.
Whoop, whoop.
So I'm going to turn this over and allow you to tell us what you would have us to know as we get acquainted.
Well, it's so nice to be here to be able to share with you this afternoon, and a lot of you probably have seen me and know me. Those of you on my Facebook friends and family know me as all the things that our Pastor Hillary has said: a pastor, a motivational speaker, a founder of a business of 5 years in health and well-being. And but it wasn't always like that. And I just wanted to share that there were times in my life where things were different. I felt as if I was trying to be squashed into a round peg into a square hole. And I thought it must be more to life than that. So I decided to move out of my corporate role and started my own business, Your Life in Your Hands. And there is a spiritual connection around that, where it comes from, for many of you, if you read your Bible, it talks about Moses, and God said to Moses, "What is that in your hand?" And it's about using what you have in your hand and walking in your purpose. So your life in your hands was crafted because I have a passion as a nurse. I'm also a nurse of 36 years. Yes, I'm wearing well, 36 years. And I'm very passionate about helping people to live and stay well. And one of the things that your life in your hands does, it actually helps people to look at their current status, gives them a snapshot of their current health status, so they can look at what's going on in their body, in their physical health. I think it's important to look at people as a whole. You look at their spiritual health, their physical health, their mental health. It's all comes as a holistic assessment. And that is something that we offer at Your Life in Your Hands, that you're looking at the person's, how do they sleep? How do they eat? You know, all of these things have an impact. What is the mindset like? You know, in able to move them forward from where they're at with their health concern. It might be that you have a problem where you think, oh my gosh, I just want this thing to go. I have tried everything to fix it and it just won't go. Well, we are here to help you to move and address your problem so that you can experience transformation in your life. Who can relate? Who can relate? Put it in the chat. Wouldn't you want to transform your life to be the best you, to be able to have the best version of you, the best health, so that you'll be able to live and add years to your life and life to your years? So yes, that is what we do. I'm also a pastor, so I'm here to nurture people spiritually too, with a word, sometimes with a Rhema word from what God has laid on my heart to share with others as well. You can relate. Thank you, Pastor Hillary. Yes, it's so important to be able to walk in your purpose. Each and every one of us has a God-given purpose in this world. We all have a purpose to walk in what we were called to walk in. So whether that be health, whether that be something else, whatever it is, you know, many of you on here might even be thinking, you know what, I wanted to do this when I was a child. Are you doing it now? Is there something you thought, wow, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. But because children came, husband came, family came, you put it aside. It's not too late. It's not too late. It's not too late to do you, embrace you, and do what God called you to do. You know, I was nursing for several years, but there's this nurturing, caring, compassionate side of me because I care about people. I know when I worked as a manager in one of my jobs, there were staff, they would say, Shirley, you were the best manager we ever had, because I looked at the person, I looked at the individual as a whole. If they didn't look right, you know, I'd come out of the office onto the floor and I'd work with them. And they'd be like, wow, we've never had any of the other managers work with us like that. It's because I cared about what they were going through. I wanted to see what was happening with them on the floor when they were working so we could address the problems together. So, you know, can you relate? You know, you actually could be in a situation where you might be thinking, oh my goodness, yes, treat people like people. That's right. It didn't matter if it was the gardener. It didn't matter if it was the cook. It didn't matter if it was somebody who just popped in to deliver posts. Everybody was treated as a human being. And that is one of the things that said, my goodness, Shirley, you care because you actually are seeing us, whether you were the patient, the staff member. Treat people like people. Yes, that's right, Dr. Hillary. It's so important because people need to be treated. People want to hear a word, you know, or comment, even just a comment on how beautiful they looked, or you know how, you know, I always say to, oh, I love that top on you. I love that color on you. You know, can you relate? It's just telling people about that something good about themselves. Make people feel good about themselves. Lift people up, not bring them down. It's important to lift people up, encourage people to be the best version of themselves so they can go to another level. So that's one of the things, some of the things that I do in my business and in my personal life. And I'm just very passionate about health and helping people to live and stay well. Oh, I didn't share about the
I,
event, did I?
no, it's okay. I wanted to comment right in here, treating people like people. And that's
Yes,
part of the I am me. And you said something that they said to you. You see us. You
yes.
see us. And
Mm,
that's how I was as a leader on my job. You know,
mhm,
because I knew I came up as a line staff. I wasn't
mhm.
always in management. I was a line staff, then a manager, then in a CFO into the higher level of the
Yes,
organization. So I knew what that was like,
yeah,
to have people that leaders that didn't lead you or leaders that didn't care, just do your job and that's it,
yeah. Mm,
So yeah,
mm.
it can take an organization and take a group of people a long way, and
Yeah,
it helps to uh uh how can I say, it helps to people that they will work with you. They'll go
yeah,
beyond. They'll go
yeah.
beyond, and I love
Mhm.
that. So that I just
Yes.
wanted to share that in there. And so
No, that's fine. That's
you have
great.
an event that's coming up that you'll be speaking on this weekend, I believe it is.
Yes, I've been asked to speak. Oh, my phone is going all the times for the phone to go.
I
Not to
know.
worry. Hopefully, it will go off in a minute. I'm speaking at an event. Um, I'm hoping it will go off in a minute.
It must really be
Sorry
important.
about that. You know
But
what? My landline never phones, never really rings at this time. Oh, it's gone off now. Nobody ever rings my landline, and now it's
right.
all the times. So, yes, it's called International Body Positivity Conference. It's a conference aimed at women, and it's talking about body love, self care, and about it's similar to what we're talking about now about embracing you and being
Yeah.
you, just being you. And I've been asked to speak on self care and the importance of self care because what many of you may not know is in August I actually had COVID and I recovered from COVID,
Right.
and but going
Right.
through that period, I realized the importance of self care, and there were days when I could just lay in my bed. That was it. I couldn't get up because I was
Mm,
so weak. I had to
wow.
lay in my bed. So self care is so important, and many of us don't put the oxygen mask on ourselves first.
Yeah,
We
there you
put it
go.
on everybody else. And it's important to put the oxygen mask on yourself before you put it on somebody else. Because how can you fill up others and support others if you're not investing in you and fueling yourself? So that is what this event is about. I'm going to be speaking about the importance of self-care and how you can bounce back after a negative cycle in your life. So
Hmm.
if you want to come and join and hear me speak, I'll be speaking at 9 8:30 p.m., which is UK time, which is BST time, and Hawaiian time, because the event is in Hawaii. Can you believe
Oh
that?
wow,
I wish I
wow.
was actually in
Love
Hawaii
it.
there, but it's going to be in Hawaii, so it's going to be at 9 p.m. in the night. Sorry, what time is it going to be? 9 I think it's 9 p.m. or 8:30 8:30 a.m. Sorry, a.m. because of the time difference
Yeah.
in Hawaiian time. I'm not sure what that would be in the States time, but you can do the conversion from the UK time. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be on at 8:30 BST, and I'd
Okay.
love to have you attend. And the details are there in the link. I will put the link in the chat for you so you can come. There's also going to be a retreat. So it's a 3-day event. So it's
Yeah.
on today as well, and I'm a panel speaker later. So it's 3 days, and the last day is Friday where I'll be speaking, and then they're going to have a 3-day retreat over the weekend. So it's
Oh wow.
power pack. So it's amazing.
Yeah.
So
Sounds great. It
please
sounds
come.
like a wonderful time. Too bad you
Yeah,
couldn't be there at the actual retreat,
I would have
in
loved to. I've
Hawaii.
never been to Hawaii before, but it's nice to go virtually to
Yeah.
Hawaii. But I hope in 1 year I'll go in person.
Yes.
It would be
And
great. It
Phyllis,
would be
that
great.
is a great
Yeah.
conference. It sounds like it's going to be
Yes,
a
it
great
is.
conference,
Yeah.
and anything, when I hear the word bounce,
Yes. I know.
my when
Your
I hear the
ears.
word when I hear the word
Yeah.
vibrant, it just catches
Yeah.
my everything, because
Yes.
being a lymphologist, I talk about bouncing, but you talk about
Yes.
bouncing back, and
Bouncing.
we can bounce back. We can absolutely, like I always say, we absolutely got the power to help our bodies help us to bounce
Yes,
back.
it is.
There are
Yeah.
things we have to do. If like you were just saying that you have to get proper sleep, stay
Yes,
hydrated, get some fresh
definitely.
air. I saw you doing that on while you were recovering from COVID,
Yeah.
going out getting fresh air, taking
Yeah.
walks. And I was
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
oh wow, and it's so important. It's just so important. So I'm
Definitely.
just so thankful that we got a chance to get this going today.
Oh, yes.
It's
I'm
been a
so
great
pleased.
time. I've
Thank you so much
enjoyed
for having me.
the conversation. How can
I've
people
enjoyed it.
connect with you?
I'm actually on Facebook. So
Mm,
I have my personal page and my actual uh, business page, which is at Your Life in Your Hands, which is AYLIYHS. I'll probably put it in the chat later.
okay.
I'm also on LinkedIn as well under my name, Shirley Powell, but you'll see Your Life in Your Hand comes up. And I'm also I don't use Twitter much. I am on Twitter, but I
Yeah.
mostly use Instagram, which is the same and then YL, the initials of Your Life in Your Hand. So it's
Okay. Okay.
YLIHS. And
Okay.
you can tap that in and find me there.
Okay.
So do
Wonderful.
connect with me. And if you want a free consultation with me to talk about your health, then go onto my page and you can connect or go to our website. We also have a website which is yourlifeinyourhands.co.uk. You can
Wait
book
a
an
minute now.
appointment.
You're talking too fast. Your life
Shall I
in
put it in the chat for you? I'll
your
put it in the chat for you, and then you
hand.org.
.co.uk.
Dot
I'll put it in the
co.
chat for you.
Dot
Life
uk.
in your hands .co.uk. Okay, I'll put it in the chat. There you go. I'll put it in.
Okay.
Oh,
There we go.
I put a comma instead of a dot. Sorry,
Mm.
and then I'll
But
put
I
the
think
other.
I think I had it. Let's see. I'll go ahead and post this here. Yeah, so if you want to connect with her again, you can find her everywhere, it sounds like, at Your Life in Your, and that's a great thing. That's a great thing. You can find her at Your Life in Your Hands
Mhm.
on
That's right.
LinkedIn,
That's right.
Facebook, and
Mhm.
Instagram and Twitter, but that's not where she hang out. But we want to catch her where she hang out, and that's Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram at Your Life in Your Hands. And I'm sure if you Google Your Life in Your Hands, she's gonna pop up.
Yeah.
Because that's who she is, that's what she does in this world. And so, oh, this must
You
is
can
this
check
we
out
have
Twitter as
a
well if you want.
Miriam.
Hi, Miriam.
Miriam, there you go. She said
Oh, one of my
hello, Shirley.
GGs. Nice to see you, Miriam.
Wonderful. Hello, hello. So we've had a great time, Miriam, and I hope you can catch
Yeah.
the replay. Um,
Miriam's a good friend of mine. She just launched her book about carers when she cared 2.0 care. I did interview her. I don't know if you saw an interview with us. So
mm,
she used to how she cared for her husband when he was ill.
oh,
Yeah,
praise God,
yeah.
praise God. I've met a lot of people in the what do you call it?
Okay.
When people are caring for other people, what are they called? Caregivers. I've met
Yeah.
a lot of people in the caregiving space
Mhm.
in the last 6, 7 months. Yeah, she said, "Hello, beautiful, beautiful ladies. I'll catch the replay."
Wow.
Wonderful. And so, as we close down, let's give your final thought nugget. Let's say your final nugget. We called
Mhm.
it juice before, but let's call this a final nugget. Somebody can put in their pocket and say, you know what, I heard this lady say this, and I won't
Mhm.
forget it. Or just from your heart, what is it that you would like to leave with the
Oh,
others?
sorry.
It's
My
okay.
thing. Sorry about that. My thing fell down. My lighting fell down. There you go. Can
There
you
you
see
go.
me, okay, still?
Yes, yes. Your beautiful smiling face.
Uh, one of the things I would say is, I always say the ultimate thing is self-care is so important. But one thing I would say is before you do anything else in the morning, after you've done your prayers and whatever, spend 1 hour. This is what one of my mentors always used to say to me: spend 1 hour in the morning doing you. Have a power hour. And in that power hour, you can spend time on your body, spend time on your mind, spend time on your soul. And in that hour, before you do anything, before you even touch social media, before you do anything, spend that time. So if you spend time on your soul doing your meditation and your prayers, then spend time on your body, and then spend time on your mind. If you've got a book, a good book to read or whatever, but do that. I think it's important to have that power hour and spend time with you. And don't get to a point where you burn out. Spend time, put the oxygen on yourself before you start giving out to others, because you are important. You are important.
I love that. And as you said about the putting the oxygen on yourself, this power hour is putting the oxygen on yourself.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, giving you
I
what
think
you
that's so
need.
important.
Because I always say you give up so much of yourself until when
Yeah,
you need yourself, there's nothing left. Oh, you only
exactly.
got a little bit
Right.
because
And
you
you
give
and I
out so
know.
freely to everybody else. They got a good portion of you, and then you didn't have nothing
Yeah.
left over for you.
And you and I know, Pastor Hillary, as pastors, we give out a lot. We're serving
Hmm.
a lot. But
Yeah,
when do we serve ourselves, and take
yeah.
time, even if it's to go pamper yourself.
Hmm.
Miriam said avoid burnout city. Yes, I hear you. It's
Yeah,
dark
put
out
that
there.
oxygen on
Yes,
yourself. I love that.
yes,
I
yes,
love
because
that.
we're constantly serving other people instead of, and so we need to time to serve ourselves. Yes.
Yeah. So
Amen.
I just want to leave with everyone. Again, thank you so much for coming on and sharing and just getting into that first part with the conversation about I'm just me, because that was great discussion. And yeah, I'm just thankful to know you, because I met you
Mhm.
through somebody who is in Nigeria.
Yes, right, that's right. And
Yeah,
my
we met
Shirley,
through
another
Shirley
Shirley.
Murphy, who's in Nigeria, and you're in the
Ah,
UK. I'm in the States. It's just this
yes,
social media, internet, has just been
yes. Wonderful,
amazing,
wonderful.
amazing. And so I've met beautiful people like you, and glad about it. And one day we'll get a chance to meet in person. That'll
I
be
would
a
love
good day.
that. I would love that.
Absolutely.
We can
So
start flying again.
yes, so I want to give my final words. Please stay in backstage for a minute or so, and
Okay.
then don't leave. All right.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Hope you enjoyed our chat.
Yes, love it. Wow, this was been a great show. This again is Let's Get Acquainted, the international episode. Every third Thursday, we have someone from around the world in the daytime for me, so that it'll be at an acceptable hour for them to come on and share what they're doing in their neck of the woods, so to speak. So, just as a final word, talking about I'm just me, because again, I'm just me because God has made me free, and I'm free indeed. But I had to learn some lessons along the way. I had to apply the word of God along the way, and really step into who I am and allow myself to be who I truly am and who I always was. So if you're holding your real self down, you pushing your real self to the back, listen, let her come forth so that you can be fully, show up fully in this life. When it's time for you to leave this earth, you leave nothing behind. You didn't leave nothing that's still hidden. Be who God created you to be so you can do what He created you to do, so that you can have a more vibrant life, a more wonderful life, personally and professionally. And so join us again every Thursday. I'm on Let's Get Acquainted at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Every third Thursday, though, is the international show, and it's at 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern. And I have another show called the Vibrant Good Health Show. That's every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, where I talk about all things to help your body be in position to heal itself and give you a more vibrant life by having more vibrant health, especially by activating and maintaining your lymphatic system. As a certified lymphologist, that's who I be, and I'm so glad about it. And so that's my show for today. And again, let me see if I can share this course that I have coming up. And I hope I did not delete it. And I did. But I have a course coming up November the 13th. It's called Reboot Your Health from the Inside Out. Reboot Your Health from the Inside Out. It'll be starting November the 13th, and it'll be every Saturday for 6 weeks. And it's going to be a time of getting those words right, getting your love right, that forgiveness right, as well as learning about your lymphatic system so you can have all systems on the inside working as God intended so you have better health and more peace in your life, moving from 2021 into 2022 already set to go. So join me if you want to know more about that. Put reboot, even for my replay viewers. Thank you for being here. Put reboot in the comments, and I'll make sure you get the information with more details for joining me November the 13th for Reboot Your Health from the Inside Out. It's going to be a great time, great 6 weeks. So I have here I have Phyllis is still watching with us. Thank you, Phyllis Weaver. She's another healthcare professional person. And I see you, Phyllis. I see you with Reboot. And so I'm going to end my show here again. Make sure that you're joining us. We have one more show for this theme. I'm just me because coming next week, and it'll be at the 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Join me there. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to my page. Even if you're not on there right now, go to my YouTube page. It's at Hillary Gooden and subscribe. You subscribe to mine, I'll subscribe to yours. Let's help each other grow. And here on Facebook, you can catch me at Hillary Gooden, my profile page or my business page at Hillary Gooden. And on LinkedIn, you can connect with me also at Hillary Gooden. Thank you so much. Go out, have a great day, and be fully who God created you to be.